God bless you. This is Bishop Maynard with Sunday Night Live. We are at the Cathedral of Praise in Nashville, Tennessee, 4300 Clarksville, Pike. And we have been coming to you each Sunday night, and we have had discussions pertinent to you and the business about which you are, the ministries of which you are in, and the things that we know that are important to people, period. And tonight we are discussing some things that we know that you need to know about, because much of which has to do with me and something new that's happening with regard to me that I discussed this morning at our early service concerning a new app that we have brought forth. And we did so because we want to become more relevant, and we want to bring ourselves to a greater prominence with people through the ways of God and through the ways of technology. And I am excited tonight because of the fact that I have with me a person who is certainly an expert in this, has studied and learned the particulars thereof, and has been doing a great job in our area and many other areas within our country. And her name is Tunisia Scott, and she is joining us tonight, and I am very happy to have her with me. Tunisia, it is great to have you with us tonight, and I want you, if you will, at this time, to just introduce yourself and let the people know who you are.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Bishop. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening, and it's a pleasure to speak to the congregation in reference to your exciting news. My name is Tunisia Scott. I am the CEO and president of the Tennessee Minority Pages, which is a magazine that comes out annually to promote and elevate and advertise minority businesses. And also, I am the president of Tunisia Scott Consulting, which is a consulting agency that helps with marketing, advertising, and branding for minority businesses to help take them to the next level as well. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be helping you all, as well as other platforms, because it's a blessing to be able to assist. And I worked with you on your platform, but I also work with other pastors, other churches, and other entities, and also helping them with increasing their digital platform as well.
Well, thank you so very much for coming on. There are many people who ask the question, why should we have an app? Our church has an app, and now I have an app. And the question is, why does Jerry Maynard need to have an app? And I want to discuss that with you for just a moment.
Okay.
I say that an app is extremely important for me because of the fact that when we are addressing church and ministry, often we are addressing people who on a routine basis come to church. They have a church home, as we call it, but there are many people who will never step foot into the church. They will never engage themselves in what is considered to be an institution, but they are very much desirous of having a connectional relationship with God. And through technology, we are able to do that and bring ourselves closer to them than what we could do if we continue to invite them to come to a church building or to involve themselves in an institution. What say ye?
I agree. Right now, we're in a digital world. It is a necessity almost for every church, as well as you yourself, Bishop, pastors, as well as businesses in general, to have a digital platform. And I have watched you from afar. I live in Murfreesboro, but you have a lot to say to the people. And this is just another way to be able to say it to them. especially at times like these with COVID. Before there were people who didn't come into the church, even before COVID. Now there are those who would like to come to the church and can't. So social media, digital platforms, websites, apps, these are all necessities because we have to be creative to think outside of the box how to bring church to them, since those who can't come back to the church or those who wouldn't normally come to church. It's important.
And that is extremely important and certainly well put. I'd like to ask this question because it comes up often, and that is, are the so-called large or mega churches the only ones that should utilize the technology that is afforded them?
No, sir. Everyone should use it. It's almost to the point of if you don't, you will get left behind, or you will lose or miss those who really need to hear the gospel, as well as who need to be connected. Digital is everywhere. If you look at people on a regular basis, 9 times out of 10, everyone has their phone in their hand. And that is the number one priority or the number one tool that people keep closest to them. So that makes you most accessible to everyone. So everyone needs to utilize this platform.
So then we are looking at something different as it relates to the future. The principles of God remain the same. The principles of teaching remain the same. Core values, core beliefs remain the same. But the practices that we have to change in order to accommodate what is happening within our society. And so a person who is involved in this, as you are, certainly can speak to those particular issues and cause people not to be afraid. Let me make this statement and then I'm going to listen to you. Just a few years ago, not many years ago, the church, not all church people and all church entities were saying it, but the church world was saying, whatever you do, don't get involved in this technology. Don't get involved in streaming. Watch out for Facebook. And don't dare Zoom because you're going to drive the people away from the church. And I'm sure you have an answer to that.
Yes, sir. That was the past. We could not have predicted a pandemic. Just imagine the pandemic without these platforms. Just imagine a pandemic without this way to reach the people. How would people get a word other than by themselves? It is a necessity. It is necessary. Right now, say for instance, everything that's going on in the world, times are hard and people need a word throughout the day. I can easily pick up your app and go to any of the categories and be spiritually fed, whether it's watching a sermon, whether, say for instance, I missed Sunday's sermon and I needed to be able to go back and recap what you said, or say I even saw it, but I didn't really get the understanding that I desired and I needed to go back and replay. All of these things are afforded to the person now because of technology.
And that is awesome. And so here we are today talking about the launching of this app. And we certainly would like for people, one, and I might not use the correct terminology at this point, but we certainly would like the people to download the app and to make sure that they're engaging, because there are great things that are happening. And the question that comes to some people's mind is, okay, Jerry, why? You're a bishop over 41 churches in Tennessee, and you're the vice chairman of the General Assembly of 6.5 million people. Why do you need an app? People know you. Truth of the matter is, do they really know me? Having this app will help them to really know me more because they will see me in different ways. Can you speak to that?
I can. Like, say, for instance, people know Bishop Maynard, but like you said, do they really know Bishop Maynard? This will give them the opportunity to see Bishop Uncut, whether that's with your family or in the boardroom, because you do so many different things in the community, whether it's on, leisure time when you're golfing, or when you're with your children, or when you're just with members of the congregation or other business owners that you have helped over the years. People will get the opportunity to really see you at work. They will also get to see you in your comfort zone. They will get to really know you rather than just what they think they know. So this gives them a front row seat to really seeing Bishop, but also allowing Bishop to pour into you more. Like on the app, there's something called Maximize Your Morning. I'm so excited about that. Once things get rolling, we're launching the app today, and yes, today, so we're super excited, but make sure you sign up for the notifications, and we'll talk about that a little more, because Bishop will send out morning messages and just something that to help you get your day started and to maximize your morning. So super excited about all the things that are coming down the pipeline.
It sounds great to me, and I'm excited about it. The question that comes, and then we're going to get back over to what you were talking about. The question comes to a member of our church in particular, because Cathedral of Praise has its app, and I'm very much a part of what's going on with its app. And now I have an app. Why, Bishop, do you want to compete with this other app that we have? And the answer to that is there is no competition.
Exactly.
One is dealing with the church, with me involved with the church, and the other one is addressing itself to me and where I am, and people learning particulars about me of which they may not have in the past understood. And in regard to many people who are not part of this ministry, I appreciate the fact that you said that you have viewed there in Murfreesboro different services and or sermons. We're going to be offering on a daily basis the Word of God in the morning. I mean, and just snippets of thought, and people can address it as they view whatever we're having to say. So I'm excited about that feature, both the uncut and then also the messages that people will receive in the morning. I like golf, and people may not know that I like golf. I'm not saying I'm a great golf player. Most people that I know of don't play golf greatly, because if they did, they'd be on a tour making big money.
Right.
And so most of them are like me. They're just out there and enjoying. It's comfortable, it's soothing, and those kinds of things. But I want to take people along with me sometimes as we go out to golf, show them that tremendous swing that I have and the great putting that I can do. And when I'm playing against people much my younger, that I'm able to beat them and all this kinds of things. So it's just a great avenue to become more personable with people. And you were the one who came and helped us to develop this app. And it's more than just saying, I think I'm going to go online and I'm going to use technology and we're going to get all this done. You had to work in order to get us to where we are today. I don't know whether or not it's appropriate for me to ask you this question, but maybe so. Could you guide us through some of the dynamics that it took to get us to where we are today?
Well, fortunately, we used a particular platform that is typically used for faith-based either churches or entities or pastors like yourself. So that was a plus because it's catered to you, for you. But it did require a lot of work with making sure we painted the proper picture of you, your ministry, what you have to share with the world, as well as you on your downtime. We wanted to make sure that we had covered all aspects of Bishop Maynard. Say, for instance, a story. You've written several books. How can someone get access? Everything is about easy access. Yes, we can go to websites, but if you look at how many websites you have necessarily saved to memory or you're looking through on your phone versus how many apps you physically have on your phone, the numbers are very different. I can look at my phone right now and I know I have over 200 apps. Now ask me, do I use them all? No, but there are a certain amount of those that I use regularly that are very important. And yours would be one of those, because I can go there. If you have some type of event coming up, I can go and check your calendar. If I need to connect with you on other platforms like social media, I can go straight to your app and find all of your social media platforms. I can go to your store and purchase your book. I can go also and look at past sermons. So there's so many different things going on. Devotionals are coming down the pipeline. Daily motivationals are coming down. It's just a lot that's coming that's going to be offered to those who currently go to church, but also those who don't. And again, it's important to have both apps. So let me be clear on that. Cathedral of Praise is the church, and they have their own app. It's a necessity for those to have both. They go hand to hand. You are a part of the church, but also now this just gives them another look into another part of you.
Praise God. And so what we're saying tonight is that we want the people at Cathedral of Praise and all of those who are viewing to download this app.
Yes.
Because it's not going to be one of those things that they will soon tire of. We want them to know there's some excitement that's going on with regard to that. We have a lot of things. We have e-commerce. We're dealing with product that we have. We have a stand tall, stand up, stand tall mask. We have maximize your potential mask. Very much that people can either use them at will like they're supposed to, or they can let them be something that they say is historic because it was the first launch that that we had as it relates to this new app. So there are many things that we can do. You talk about the books that we have written, and we have the first book that I wrote was Maximize Your Potential. And we say potential is ability, and it's authority and substance. And we all have ability, authority, and substance, but we need to maximize those things that we have. And the next thing we talked about in the book, we said living beyond expectancy. You cannot allow yourself to look through the eyes of man as much as you need to look through the eyes of God. So don't go by what people expect you to do. Go by what God has assigned you to do and equipped you to do. And the last thing was that we wrote a book on Christian maturity, that if you have a church and you have so much faith as a pastor, but your congregation is not there where you are, they're not mature in the things of God like you are, then there needs to be thoughts toward maturity or spiritual maturation. I only identified those because you mentioned about the books, but we have many things that God has given to us that we can share with others, and this app would make it possible. And so I'm excited about you and what you're doing, not only for Cathedral of Praise and helping us with this launch, but I'm excited about the things that you're doing to help the body of Christ, but you're not just restricted to the body of Christ. You can help other people, whatever they're doing. And I'm going to ask you at this time, speak to that, and then we'll come back to me.
Okay. So yes, I take pride in helping minority businesses and helping them elevate to the next level, whether it is the aesthetics of things, whether it's the content that they're putting out, whether it's development of products for them, as well as apps and websites and social media platforms, and advertisement is where my heart really is. Just advertising the business out or the entity out to the public and helping those, I would say, helping everyone, but definitely my heart is definitely with helping minority businesses as well, and seeing us succeed and having a proper seat at the table, the same awarded the same opportunities.
Yeah, and that's tremendous. Nobody's an island unto themselves. Sometimes we like to think that we are, but we aren't. There is a passage of scripture where it was told the disciples, when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. So
Mhm.
when you become equipped, help
Mhm.
somebody else. When you understand direction, help somebody else. And so with regard to this app, I am excited because of the fact that it gives to me an opportunity to go places where I could not go.
Mhm.
And you know, I'm not going to be walking here, getting in my car, driving there, getting an airplane, flying there,
Mhm.
but I can just within minutes be
Yes.
wherever, and people within minutes can interact with me through this app, and then we can share back and
Mhm.
forth in that regard. And then, in addition to that, the things that we have to offer
Mhm.
are made available almost instantaneously.
Yes.
And so, talk about that a little bit.
Yes, things will be made available to everyone. The sermons that people can listen to. The If I missed your daily devotional, okay, Monday devotional, maximize your morning, excuse me, comes out and I missed it. There's an inbox. I can go back and I can listen, or I can go back and read what I missed. The access to your e-commerce store, access to you on social media. I just have complete access. And the great thing that I love about this, it will continuously evolve. It's not going to be like, this is just what the app is now. This is what the app is. And on a regular basis, it will consistently grow as you grow to reach different entities of people, to reach different age groups. All of it will continuously grow. So we're super excited about that, because all it does is extend your reach.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to bring up a subject.
Okay.
And the subject I'm going to bring up is there's somebody out there who is as chronologically mature as I am.
Okay.
And so they said, well, why do I need that? Well, I would like to ask a question. Why do I need that?
Technology does not discriminate. Everyone in this day and age needs to have knowledge of a certain level of knowledge with technology, because the only thing that it is going to continuously do without fail is progress. That won't change. And so what you don't want to happen is you look up and the seasoned saints, or the seasoned, let me use my words properly, the seasoned group are left behind with no access. And we don't want that to happen. So I think it's important for everyone on every level to have some knowledge of technology.
And I think and that is extremely well, because we have to understand that some of us have gone through different stages of growth,
Mm-hmm.
and things have changed, and
Mm-hmm.
they will continue to change. And those of us who are more chronologically mature, we need to thank God that we're part of these different stages,
Mm-hmm.
and we can continue on. I remember using the phone. No, this is years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was doing this, scrolling up, trying to get the number of a person,
Mm-hmm.
and a person said to me, "Why don't you just uh, type in the name? You don't have to do that. Just put the name in." And
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, and so you learn, and the reason I say that is because you talk about expansion.
Mm-hmm.
We all need to expand. We
Mm-hmm.
all need to grow,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it's all about. And so we none of us need to stay in the same place. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Sameness of anything often contributes to one's ruin. And
Yes.
so you have to move forward to because there is a place in God's eternity that he's waiting for you to come to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so since he's waiting for you to come to, there's something that you need to do. So I'm excited about this app. And I want to encourage people who are listening tonight. I want you to apply. I want you to download it. I want
Yes.
you to engage yourself with it. I want you to know that this is going to be a tremendous thing for me and for you. And certainly it's not a selfish endeavor. It's one rather reaching out, and we want to
Mhm.
reach out, and we want you to reach out with us so we can grow together, we can glow together, we can enjoy the things together. You'll know more about me, I'll know more about you, and
Mhm.
all of that's going to be exciting. And so we want you to do that. There are some things perhaps you would like to say as we move toward the end of this, and I want you to just, Tunisia, I want you to just say what you want to say relative to the app.
Okay. So what we want everyone to do is everyone to download the app. It is very, very important. And there are a couple of ways in which you can do that. We made it one particular way we made very easy for you to do, and that is called text to download. The only thing you do is you pull up your phone like you're sending a text message to a family or friend. The phone number that you're going to put in the top is 1-888-364-4483. That's 1-888-364-4483. And in the message area, you're going to put the word maximize. That's MAXIMIZE. And it is not case sensitive. You can make it uppercase, lowercase, it doesn't matter. And you simply hit send. What will happen at that time is you will get a link sent back to you that you will click on, and then it will give you the option to either choose the Google Play Store if you have an Android, or it will give you the option to choose the Apple Store, the App Store for Apple if you have an Apple phone. You go to that, whichever one that you have, and you simply click download and you're there. So we're super excited. And then one thing that I would like for you to do once you get the app is make sure that you have your notifications on. And the way to do that, once you get on it, there's 3 little lines in the top left corner. You simply tap it and go to settings and make sure your notifications are on. What will happen, you will always receive Bishop's Maximize Your Morning notifications or anything else that goes out. Say, for instance, he's doing Uncut with Bishop. Then we might send out a push notification saying, hey, did you catch Uncut with Bishop this week? Check it out, and have a link for you to watch it immediately. What this app does and allows is easy, instant access. So we're super excited about that. So that's an easy way. Another way that you can get the app is simply go to your Google Play Store or App Store. You don't have to do all of what I just said, the text to give. If you want to just bypass all of that, go where you typically download your apps and look for Maximize Your Potential. You will see a logo, and you will see the logo as well as MYP. But if you type in Maximize Your Potential, it will automatically pop up. And so we just want to make sure that we assist you in getting the app downloaded so we can get you connected. And that's what's key, getting you connected.
And we do want to get them connected. And I know we have a few minutes left, and you did a thorough job of bringing that to our attention and how to do that. But I'm just wondering right now, when Tunisia Scott talks about that, those of you who are viewing tonight and you want to join, let's go through that exercise one more time, because we want you to download this app. Would you do it again? Thank you.
Yes. You simply pull out your phone like you're texting a friend or family. Type in the number 1-888-364-4483 and put in the word maximize, MAXIMIZE. It is not case sensitive, and simply hit send. It will then direct you to choose the platform that relates to your phone, whether it's the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, the App Store. You go to your designated platform to download apps, and you simply, I think for Google, it is install, and then for the other one, it's like open, but you'll see where to go once you click on where you normally download your apps. But what we will also do is, after all of this messaging, we will have them put up a flyer for you to see all of the details, but we will also get this information out to you in several different avenues, because we want to make it easy for you to get the app and for you to get connected.
Thank you so very much. And I'm telling you all, this is exciting. We're excited. This is the launch. We're moving forward. God is going to bless, and all of us will benefit from this particular app. And my guest tonight, Tunisia Scott, we're glad to have you with us, and you have been extremely helpful in getting us to where we're supposed to be and then helping us with this launch. If somebody wants to get a hold of you because they want you to help them with their app or any other things technologically, how do they get a hold of you?
They can email me at Tunisia Scott, that's Tunisia, Scott, SCOTT, at TennesseeMinorityPages.com, or TS at TunisiaScottConsulting.com. They also can visit any of the social media platforms, which I'm on all three platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, under TN Minority PGS. They also can get in contact with me simply by visiting www.tnminoritypages.com.
And that's great. Now you have it. And you have great reason to utilize the services that she provides. And you also have great reason to download this app, of which we have spoken about on tonight. We are grateful that you've joined us, and we have enjoyed our guests, and we appreciate the fact that you join us every Sunday. Tell your friends and tell your loved ones concerning Sunday Night Live with the Bishop Jerry L. Maynard. I want you all to know one thing. Geographically, we may not all be in the same place, but one thing is for certain: through virtual presence and experience, we are where you are.